Neither did I. Okay. Well, it turns out we are Colbertless here at colbertradio.com. It's not the first time we've flown without a pilot. We were okay last time we did it. I am Percy Hugo, the political director. I was not here the last segment. Now apparently I've been thrust to the helm of this wayward vessel for this segment, so we're just going to kind of cover sports as much as we can. Brooke
Right
Fox.
this ship.
Yeah, we're going to right this ship. She's listing to port, Dickie. She's listed hard to port. So we're going to try and correct this, and for that we're going to cover sports, and we're going to turn to our resident sports expert, Brooke Fox. Take it away, Brooke.
All I know is what the San Francisco Giants
Yes!
won, whatever.
San Francisco.
And who?
And who else?
The Rangers.
Okay, hold on.
It's not the
No.
Phillies.
No, it is the Rangers.
Yeah.
But let's think
Is
about
there
this
another
politically. No. There's only two teams in the World
okay.
Series, dearie.
But I know, but I was just...
It is the San Francisco Giants. You're right
Okay,
about
yeah.
that. But where are the Rangers from?
Texas.
Yes, they are. It is the San Francisco Giants against the Texas Rangers in the World Series. Texas has never been to a World Series.
I mean, that's pretty awesome that they
It
beat
is
the
pretty
Yankees.
awesome.
I mean, they beat the Yankees.
Yes, they beat the Yankees, and for that alone, I am a Rangers
Everyone's
fan.
happy.
Yes,
Yeah.
everybody who lives outside of New York proper is
Right.
happy that they beat the Yankees. But I hear there was rioting in the Big Apple when the Yankees lost. But yes, starting Wednesday
Was there
night.
really?
No. Starting Wednesday night, it will be San Francisco Giants versus Texas Rangers for the World Series, which, you know, in typical American fashion, we're the only ones who play it.
That's right.
Occasionally,
Because we're
we
the
let
only
it-
country in the world.
Well, we're just the best
The
major
best in the
league.
world.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be difficult with a map in front of me to say we're the only one.
Right.
But to be rather, you know, to have the belly button theory of the world's existence, like we are the center of the map and everything else kind of coalesces around us, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's just pride. That's basically what that is. That's also years of being a Braves fan. Because you get used to going, we're the best team in the National League, and then you look at the record and go, we think we're the best team in the National League. And these things happen. I'm also a South Carolina Gamecocks football fan, so
I
we're
know,
used
that's
to
a
doing that.
heartbreaking deal, isn't it?
It is not, actually. And here's the proposition, right? When you have a group of lovable losers like the South Carolina Gamecocks, it is a lot easier to withstand a 6-6 season than it is to withstand a 6-6 season at a school like Florida.
Oh, absolutely.
So
True.
I've always argued that being the underdog is better than being one of the perennial football powerhouses. You know, if you're Texas and you have a 5-loss season, I mean,
your coach's history.
your coach is not only history. They might find him in a ditch somewhere with a longhorn shoved up his spleen. This is a real possibility in Texas. In Carolina, we're like, we had another losing season.
Right.
Let's drink.
Yeah.
Let's go to 5 points and bless the next season starting tonight. And that's the way we look at it. So
I've always been an underdog fan, so Carolina is a natural fit for me.
Oh, of course.
Cleveland Browns, natural fit.
If you're a Cleveland Browns fan, you're the biggest underdog.
Well, they are the professional version of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Cleveland has been rebuilding since 1964.
Both the city and its sports franchises. My family's from Cleveland, actually. I was out there just a couple years ago for a family funeral, and I got to tell you, Cleveland, it's an interesting town.
It is.
It is. It definitely had to undergo a little bit of a metamorphosis once they shut down the industrial sector.
Right.
So, but it's not a hard place to love. Very very much a blue collar city.
Right.
So I can see that. Now, Brooke, what's your favorite sports team? Women's volleyball.
Beach
I'm
volleyball?
I'm a fan of women's volleyball. I actually like
volleyball.
This is one time when I won't root for the USA. I actually root for Team Brazil.
Oh, Brazil always
Yeah.
Brazil, yeah.
I don't particularly care. I'll say if I have to choose,
Because
the
those girls-
Baltimore Orioles.
You are like
those girls are
radio
so
suicide when it comes to sports. Just throw something out there.
I said Baltimore Orioles. Okay?
We're lucky you know that's... Wait, what sport do they play in?
Baseball.
Okay, and baseball is the one with how many people on the field?
7. I don't know.
Close enough.
Oh,
That means...
I'm not even sure. There's so many more people just
Well,
at the hot dog stand.
That's right.
It doesn't matter.
There's 9 if you don't have any disgruntled fans. But if you have some disgruntled fans in the middle of the game, occasionally one of them will run out and hit an umpire. Now, and as a matter of fact, it leads me to one of my proudest moments growing up. I grew up in the Virginia Beach area. Our big minor league team is the Norfolk Tides. They're the AAA team for the New York Mets.
The Tides, they sort of come and go.
That's right. Oh, you're telling me, buddy. But they built a very nice park called Harbor Park, and Harbor Park hosts a lot of concerts, and they have a beautiful stadium there for a great AAA team in Norfolk, Virginia. So the first time I went to a baseball game, my mother, we were sitting down the first baseline, sorry, and my mother was not very satisfied with a call made by the umpire, so she took her heavily condiment-laden hot dog and hurled it at the first baseline umpire and hit him square in the ass.
So she's now pitching for them.
She should have been, based on what they did that night, yeah. Her softball team actually had a better record, and I'm pretty sure they could have played the Tides in a best-of-3 series.
Tides, that's a great day.
It is a great day.
One day they're up, the next day they're down.
Well, those are the Tides. Hey, you're playing teams like the Toledo Mud Hens and things like that.
I've seen the Toledo Mud Hens play.
Yeah.
They played the Pawtucket Red Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah, up in Rhode Island.
Up in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, with that really thick New England accent.
Uh-huh.
So that covers baseball. Football, the Cleveland Browns beat the defending champion New Orleans Saints.
Just like Carolina beat Alabama.
Yes, that's correct.
Kind of
Upending a champion. And my beloved San Francisco 49ers are currently 1-5, and the Carolina Panthers picked up their first win against my beloved San Francisco 49ers. So now both teams are 1-5. And trying to compete for who's not the worst.
They're looking for first-round draft choices.
That's right. Right now, they're planning on next year being a rebuilding year, and this year,
just getting through this year.
Before the reconstruction, you had Antietam, you had Gettysburg,
right?
Carolina Panthers, kind of in the same way.
Right.
But they have some talent.
So when you say that they're 1-5, is 1 the number of losses or wins?
Wins
First? Okay.
They definitely are 1-5.
Okay.
Cleveland is 2-4.
Cleveland is on a hot streak as
winning
far as the Browns are concerned. Yes,
a 1-game winning streak.
1-game winning streak might be all you get this season. So take them when you can.
I know. Well, you know who is the quarterback? You were speaking of Texas, Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy, yeah. He can throw the ball.
I just have a trouble with that name, Colt McCoy. It sounds so fabricated. It's like,
really,
why isn't it like Pony Boy McCoy?
It really does sound like it should be in True Grit.
Yeah.
Like Rooster Cogburn shot Colt McCoy.
Exactly.
Like you're named after a gun and the doctor from Star Trek.
Well,
that's a very manly name.
Well, you know what? I never thought of it as the gun. I thought of it as
the horse.
This little horse. This cute little pony on a carousel.
Which is what a wonderful name.
It's Colt McCoy.
What a wonderful name for a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
Name it after a yearling horse, like a fresh young horse, and they're like, what are you going to call this gun that is going to revolutionize the West? A Colt. Very nice. And what are you going to call your shotgun series? Puppies.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like it. Well, this was sports related.
Sort of, yeah.
I guess.
This was fun. I enjoyed this.
John Colbert is downstairs getting into makeup because he's a prima donna and he doesn't want to be on camera without it, so we're going to let him do that. We might come back and do another segment. I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
We've managed to right the ship so far.
We've done okay, I think, in my opinion.
But here's the thing: in the next segment, we're gonna whip a little surprise at the audience. So stick around. colbertradio.com. We'll be right back.